Welcome in. I'm Jonathan McCall.
And I'm Justine Waldman. Now, in the meantime...
That is where we start this Saturday night here on KRON 4 News at 9. Welcome in. I'm Jonathan McCall.
And I'm Justine Waldman. Now, in the meantime, CAL FIRE and the CHP warning drivers to be aware of things that could accidentally spark a fire this holiday weekend. The agency says that vehicle-sparked fires are one of the leading causes of wildfires here in California. So some advice they're giving: avoid stopping in areas that have tall grass or weeds because hot exhaust pipes can start fires. Also, make sure nothing on your car is dragging on the ground, especially chains that could be hanging off of trailers.
CAL FIRE also warning drivers to keep a fire extinguisher inside of your rides. Also, check your brakes because worn brakes can actually spark a fire as well. All of these precautions necessary as the Bay Area remains in an exceptional drought category, which means there will be a risk of fires as we move further into this weekend. KRON 4's Amanda Hari live tonight in Lafayette, breaking down the reasoning and some of the risks that CAL FIRE now warning of. Amanda.
What kinds of concerns do firefighters have with people traveling this weekend? San Francisco police will be increasing patrols and conducting sobriety checks this weekend. This increased enforcement of drugs or alcohol. And now to the North Bay, as the holiday weekend is bringing back a sense of normalcy as visitors are returning to Napa.
Tourism, of course, has been down because of the pandemic over the last year, along with wildfires as well. KRON 4's Gail Ong spent the day in Napa talking with folks about how they feel about this return to normal.
Here in the North Bay, Napa County judge sentenced a man to life behind bars after being found guilty on numerous counts of child molestation charges. 36-year-old Fleming Fernando Martinez was sentenced to... In San Francisco, a police officer was assaulted last night in Chinatown. SFPD says the officer...
Local and federal investigators continue to piece and search for evidence from Wednesday's deadly shooting at the San Jose VTA rail yard.
Meanwhile, the community is remembering the 9 people that were murdered on that day by their co-worker. Ashley Katz tells us where the investigation stands right now. 9 years. Also, there is Adrian Baeza, the youngest of the 9 VTA employees murdered on Wednesday. The 29-year-old lived in Gilroy, and his friends say he was much loved by his community.
He was just a great guy. He was always with his kids.
In Santa Clara County continues to offer services to the folks coping with the aftermath of Wednesday's shooting.
People can now find the help that they need through a hotline that's been set up by the district attorney's office. KRON 4's Camila Barco has the story. My team. Well, they definitely annoy us, and you may be getting them on a weekly or daily basis. Talking about telemarketing spam calls. Could have been talking about a lot of different things. We're talking about those robocalls, and Americans lost nearly $20 billion to phone scammers in 2020 alone.
They start first thing in the morning, too, and that's the part that really is annoying, like they wake you up. The good news, though, is there's probably an app for that. Thorin Koslowski has more on how you can stop the spam.
Valleys until the middle of this upcoming week. Cooler temperatures thanks to that cool sea breeze, and June gloom arriving June 1st for us here along the coast.
Hard to believe that's next week.
June?
Yeah. Wow.
Happy summer. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Thanks for breathing.
Thanks for breathing. Shocking new numbers. Examiner's office shows that drug overdoses killed more than twice the number of people than COVID-19 here in the city last year.
And this year, it's expected to be even more bleak. KRON 4's Maureen Kelly has an up-close, life-or-death look at the encounter that she had this week during the epidemic. Here's video.